Have you ever heard about Moses? This video contains rich details about his life. Here are some additional details about Prophet Musa. 1. Musa's birth and his mother's escape. When Musa was born, Pharaoh had ordered the killing of all male children from the Israelites, fearing a child might threaten his kingdom. However, Allah inspired Musa's mother to place him in a box and cast it into the Nile. The river carried the box to Pharaoh's palace. When Pharaoh's wife, Asiyah bint Muzahim, found it, she loved the child and decided to adopt him. Thus, Musa remained in Pharaoh's palace, even though Pharaoh himself wanted him dead. 2. Musa's upbringing in Pharaoh's palace. Musa grew up in Pharaoh's palace as part of the royal family. He was wise and strong, but during his youth, he witnessed the cruelty of the Egyptians toward the Israelites. One day, he saw an Egyptian mistreating an Israelite, and in anger, Musa struck the Egyptian, killing him. Realizing the gravity of the act, and fearing Pharaoh's wrath, Musa fled Egypt. Third journey to Midian and his marriage. In Midian, Musa met a righteous man, Prophet Shu'aib, and stayed with him for some time. One day, he helped Shu'aib's daughters water their flocks, and as a result, Shu'aib offered him one of his daughters in marriage. Musa married and stayed in Midian for 10 years. The divine calling at Mount Sinai. After 10 years, while Musa was tending sheep, he saw a fire on Mount Sinai. He approached it and heard a voice from Allah. Indeed, I am Allah, the Lord of the worlds. Allah commanded Musa to remove his sandals and go to Pharaoh with the message of monotheism, requesting that he release the Israelites from bondage. Musa was also given miracles, such as his staff turning into a serpent and his hand becoming white when he placed it into his garment. 5. Musa's return to Egypt. Musa returned to Egypt with his brother Harun after Allah's command. They confronted Pharaoh, declaring, "We are the messengers of the Lord of the worlds." Musa showed Pharaoh many miracles, including the staff turning into a serpent and his hand becoming radiant, but Pharaoh remained arrogant and rejected the message. Musa asked Pharaoh to free the Israelites so they could worship Allah, but Pharaoh mocked and accused him of being a magician. 6. The miracles. Among the miracles sent by Allah as signs to Pharaoh were the flood. A devastating flood covered the land. The locusts. Swarms of locusts consumed crops. The lice. The land was infested with lice. The frogs. Frogs overran the land. The blood. The waters of the Nile turned to blood. Despite these miracles, Pharaoh continued to reject and defy the truth. 7. The Exodus from Egypt. Allah commanded Musa to lead the Israelites out of Egypt. Initially, Pharaoh had agreed to let them go, but later, after seeing the chaos his land faced, he regretted his decision and pursued them with his army. When they reached the Red Sea, Allah commanded Musa to strike the sea with his staff, and the sea split, allowing the Israelites to pass through on dry land. When Pharaoh's army tried to follow, they were drowned in the sea. 8. The revelation of the Torah. After the Israelites' escape, as they journeyed through the desert, Musa went up to Mount Sinai to receive divine revelation. There, he was given the Torah, a set of laws for the Israelites. During his absence, the Israelites fell into idolatry, worshipping a golden calf. When Musa returned and saw this, he became angry and called on them to repent. 9. Conclusion. The story of Musa continues in the Torah, detailing events after the Exodus, such as the Israelites' battles with their enemies and their continued guidance towards faith in Allah. Musa became a symbol of patience and perseverance in the face of injustice, as well as an example of leadership during a time of great hardship for the Israelites. This story is filled with lessons on enduring hardship, following the truth, and placing trust in Allah during difficult times.